Hello, we are back to do some more mindful and physical therapy based body work. Today's workout is centered around stability and stress relief. Stability of the spine, the shoulders, the hips. It will work glutes, will work core, will work mobility to create awareness. You want to connect to your body, which leads into the stress relief. So we'll work on mindfulness, we'll work on breath. We'll use resistance bands, one harder for the legs, you choose, one lighter for the arms. They'll guide us and they'll give us some nice resistance to work with and strengthen the body. Let's get started on the mat. We'll step into the band, put this around the legs. Right above the knees. And then we'll just hold on to the lighter band. So place your feet in a shoulder width distance and spread your toes. Close your eyes for a moment and just feel the feet grounded. Feel the weight pressing down, the energy you get through the ground, leading into your body, lifting you up to the top of the head. Feel the breath flowing through your body, opening and closing the rib cage. Connect your pelvic floor to your core, deep core, transverse. And tune in. Tune into the moment, tune into the body. Take the time to be present. And then open your eyes and inhale. And then exhale, roll down your spine. Just let the arms hang as a dead weight, just holding on to the band lightly. A little tiny push into the band with your legs to create some tension, some awareness in the glutes. And then just take a stretch, letting go of the head, the neck, the arms. Inhale. Exhale, pull your navel in, slowly rolling back up, pushing the feet down. Lifting up tall. Inhale. Get that length into the body. Exhale. Rolling down. Vertebra by vertebra. Pulling the abs in. Lifting from your pelvic floor. And inhale. And then exhale. Slowly rolling back up. Finding a nice posture. Lift. Feeling stable. And then roll down. Your pelvis stays stable, stays upright until the roll down leads into that pelvic tilt. And inhale here. And then exhale, slowly rolling back up. And then stay here. Hold on a little tighter so you can apply some pressure into that band and then go into a squat. Now feel the stability in your shoulder joints. Feel the activity in the glutes as you squat and bring the arms up. The abs are pulling into your spine. The spine is stable in a neutral and you're just folding in the hips, in the knees, in the ankles, tilting forward and coming back upright. You want to work into the band with your legs to activate some nice glutes. And you're pulling the hands apart slightly to create some tension in the shoulders. At the same time, you want to pull the ball into the socket for your shoulder joints, create some tension, some readiness in the rotator cuff. Moving slowly, moving intentionally, and using your breath to create connection, to feel centered and present. Moving slowly, taking the time to savor the movement, and feel the energy moving through the body. And then hold it out in the squat. Now just the thumbs in the band, and then just pull the elbows back and inhale forward. Feel strong in your legs, the feet pressing down into the ground. Now pull the shoulders down and away from your ears. A lot of work in your shoulder blades, pulling them down. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, pulling down. Four more. Closing the ribs. 3, 2, and 1. And then reach up tall. And then exhale, go to one side into a side bend. And inhale up. Exhale, other side. And inhale up. And then just bring the elbows down into a right angle. And up, inhale. And exhale. The thumbs are pulling apart. Inhale and exhale. Now this is a moment to connect to the legs, pressing down and feeling strong. The core, pelvic floor lift, abs pulling into your back. Your glutes are on, your back extensors alongside the spine are on. Feel the stability in the shoulders. While pulling the elbows down close, you'll activate some nice external rotators in your shoulder joints. Those are important for your stability in the shoulder joints. So the hands are pulling apart, the elbows together. Last 2. And last 1. And then just bring the arms back. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. Inhale here, taking a stretch, releasing the head and the shoulders, the neck, the arms, and then slowly roll back up. And then get ready for a lunge with the left leg back. So pretty small lunge. You're holding on to the band and the arms are extending forward. Now we're just going to go down and up, and you're trying to keep the knees nice and wide, pressed into the band. And then we're adding a little twist in the upper body. So we're twisting in the spine, but not in the pelvis. So trying to keep the pelvis stable. We're activating some good obliques. And we're trying to be very aware of the body, oriented in space. Shoulders are pulled back, dropped. The ribs are connected to the pelvis. The navel pulled into the spine. And we'll do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then just slip in with the hands. We'll go back into this lunge. And now open here just a little bit. The elbows are tight, pressed into the rib cage. And we just have that tiny little bit of an external rotation. Trying to keep the abs pulled in, the pelvic floor lifted, the ribs closed, working into the rotator cuff, stability in the shoulders, stability in the legs, the glutes are on. And we'll have 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and then come back. Take the arms all the way up. Move the elbows behind the head, behind the ears for a good stretch, and then even add a little back bend. And then fold in the hips, stretch out the spine and stick your butt all the way to the back. And then down here, roll up nice and round. And we're gonna step the right leg back, holding on to the band from the outside again as before. Arms are forward, and we're going down into the lunge, coming back up. So pull the shoulders back into the joint, into the rear cuff, and down and up, keeping the pelvis upright, keeping it square, and we're adding that little twist. Trying to work on isolating the pelvis and the rib cage in terms of that rotation. So you want to move above your belly button. Keeping your pelvic crests on one level. Feel the mobility of the spine, but also the stability regarding flexion and extension. So you're keeping your axis strong in space, and you're only just rotating around it. Last 2. Aligning your feet. Last 1. And then we're gonna go in with the hands, the thumbs out, down into your lunge, and we'll just have that little opening here. Depending on how strong your band is, you might be opening a little more, but you wanna keep it isolated as an external rotation, and as the elbows are staying close to your rib cage, the movement might be small. And 4 more. Stay low in that lunge. 3, 2, and 1. And then release it. Take those arms up again. And fold forward, folding in the hips, reaching out your spine, and all the way down to roll up. To slip in with your elbows. Now step on the right leg now, and we're gonna have the left leg forward. We're gonna move the leg around to the back and back to the front. And meanwhile, open the elbows and close, and open the elbows and close. Open and close. Open and close. And if this feels too hard on your mat, you might want to do it on the hard floor for some more stability. However, we're welcoming all the stability work, which includes some wobbles for the body to work out the best version, the best way to stabilize. So we need all the feedback, all the adjustments to learn. to create healthy patterns of activation. We're working some strength into the shoulders, strength into the glutes. The abs are on. We're lifting and we're being present. Use your exhale. Last one. And then switch the grip. We're going to have that left arm out, leg out to the side. We're going to be tilting. Standing leg is just slightly bent, and then lifting the leg, and we're pulling the elbow down. So more stability work in the hips, in the shoulders. We need the core, and we're working glutes. We're working back of the shoulder on the right. Using that breath. Be super present. You need to be focused to keep that balance. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. And then release. Now take the hands behind your back and just hold on to your, just clasp your fingers behind the back. Just hold on to the band. And then reach forward and let the arms pull forward to give your shoulders a nice stretch. Use the moment to fully let go. Letting go of all the tension we don't need right now in this moment, just right now. Creating some mini breaks, some mini moments of relaxation. And then release the arms and slowly come back up. Ready for the second side, we're going to slip in. And stand on that left leg as your new standing leg. We're going to start the leg forward. Make sure you have that micro bend in the standing leg. And going around and to the back. And going around and to the front. Lots happening here at the same time, which requires us to be fully present. There's not really any alternative, which really is the nice part about the mindful body work, that it just naturally settles the mind, focuses the mind. Finding that balance. Feeling the strength in the standing leg. The strength in the core. In the shoulders. Using your breath. And we'll have 3 more. Last 2. And then 1 more. And we'll switch the grip. Leg out to the side, right arm out, and tilt Slight bend here, and we'll have that elbow pull and lift. Staying focused, present in the body, using your exhale. Four more. 3, 2, and 1, and then release. Well done. Inhale here, exhale, just rolling down. And then just leave the band on the floor for a moment. Take the right arm and circle it all the way up and over and bring it forward. And the left arm circling all the way. And again on the right. And get that mobility in the thoracic spine, into the shoulders. The thoracic spine can hold a lot of stress, but also is very regulating an element as it gets mobilized and taken care of, hosting the sympathetic nervous system. So you want to give it some good attention. And then last time on the left. And then go down onto all fours. Your hands underneath your shoulders. Extending your feet. And now we're gonna inhale and extend into a nice cow stretch. And then exhale, pull the abs in, rounding all the way. And then inhale. And exhale. And one more time. And now find your neutral spine. Tuck your toes under. Inhale. And on your exhale, you want to lift your knees just an inch. We need stability in the shoulders, stability in the core, in the spine, the hips. Now we're going to open the knees and push into the band. Working glutes, the whole rest of the body. Staying dynamically stable, meaning we're not being rigid, we're refreshing, we're adjusting, we're being dynamically stable according to the challenges of the moment. So lengthen through your neck. Keep scanning down your spine. Keep scanning through your shoulder girdle. So shoulder blades on the rib cage. You want them wide. You want to be lifted out of them. The elbows are micro bent. Your spine is neutral, making sure you're not starting to tuck under. And you're working glutes for 10 more. Abs pulling in. 9. Pelvic floor. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. And then put those knees down. Sit yourself back into a child pose. And then come back. Now bring back the small, or the light band, not the small band, the lighter band, and get that right arm across. So you're on your right elbow. And you are pulling this elbow up. And meanwhile, you're extending the right leg out. Small movement for the left elbow, so it's just that tiny little twist. And you need a ton of stability between the right elbow and the left knee. So stay humble and modest. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. And then sit back. Deep stretch here. And we'll do it right on the other side. Slipping in, bringing that left arm across. Now the right elbow is lifting just a tiny bit. Make sure you're stable with that shoulder above your elbow, stable in the right hip, so you can now extend the right leg. Your pelvis stays square. And we need so much core now, so much stability and focus to keep balanced, to stay centered. And we'll have 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Sit yourself back again, reaching the arms forward. And then roll yourself up seated. And slip in with the hands, the thumbs are out. We're hovering our pelvis here. So you feel stability in the glutes. You need them on. They're just gonna hold on here. Now bring the elbows all the way down and aim the hands out. So we're back to that external rotation in the shoulders. Elbows in as if you wanted to squeeze a ball between them and reach up. Meanwhile, we're working back extensors. We need those for stability in the spine, strength there. We've got some quad work. Make sure your head is aligned. So think all the way up your cervical spine, up to the head. Elbows close, hands apart. Lots of shoulder work. 4 more. Refresh your glutes now and refresh your pelvic floor between your sit bones and your pubic bone, pulling in your openings. Last 2. And 1. And then release. Now come out of the band, take that left hand down and give yourself a nice side bend, which then ends up in a pull into the shoulder. So you want to get the stretch for the back of the shoulder all the way, so you can almost kind of lean into that. And then come back into the side bend and back into the upright and go straight into a tricep shoulder stretch. And release. We'll go to the other side, down on the right, and then reach all the way over and try to get into some shoulder stretch on the left. And then coming back up and straight into a tricep stretch, opening that shoulder nicely. And then release that, and we'll go back into all fours. The band for the arms on the side will have the left arm going underneath, inhale, and then exhale, opening all the way, and inhale, and exhale. We're working into some spinal articulation, mobilization of your thoracic spine, working towards stress relief, stress regulation. So when we're thinking stress, we have to think sympathetic nervous system, as mentioned before. Last one here. And then coming back. Right arm goes underneath. Inhale. And exhale. So we are thinking flight, fright, freeze reactions when the sympathetic nervous system overreacts or is dominant in your lives. And then back into all fours. Sit back into another child pose and take a good breath. And then roll yourself back up seated. We'll slip into the band with our elbows. And we'll bring the arms up here. Now we're going to open the arms this way. And we're also going to push through the quads and sit back. So our hips are being pushed forward first to get a lot of glutes and quads on. So you don't want to shift your upper body first, or else you're going to lose the tension there. Leg and glute work. And all the shoulder work on top. Using your breath again. If this is not for your knees, you can just sit or just stand and do the arms. Maybe even adding a little squat to keep your legs busy. Pull the shoulders all the way back into the rear cuff, into the back of the joint. Last 4. And we'll have 3 more. Breathing. Being present, 2. Immersed in the movement in your body. And then release. Well done. And we'll be seated now. So bring the legs forward. and we'll direct our attention into the abs. Some more dynamic ab work. We've been stabilizing, we've been activating a lot, holding on to the band from the outside, and then slowly roll yourself back halfway or 3/4, and then just come back up. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. And we'll hold the next one down. Hold it here wherever you feel challenged but not overtaxed. And then we'll just raise our arms all the way up and then bring them back. And this is when we need some extra pulling, some drawing in of the abs for them not to stick out and give in. But you want to hold on to the spine. Now pull the band, the one you're holding on with your hands, pull it apart slightly so you get that feeling of your shoulders being wide awake. So shoulders are on, abs are full on, pelvic floor included. You want to relax into your hip flexors and feel the legs heavy. Use your exhale and your inhale and exhale and in. And we'll have 4 more. 3. Abs in 2. And 1. And then extend your legs and just reach forward. You can hook the band if you like, and then just bow over. And if you haven't hooked the band yet, you can hook it now, and then just bend the knees, hold on to the band, and pull the elbows back. Make sure your feet are happy with that band pulling, and your hands are happy. So keep the palms up and just pull the elbows back and work some upper back, work some abs into your spine, reaching through your spine into a beautiful upright. The neck is elongated. Some nice rowing action to activate the upper back. And again, we want to create a healthy environment in that upper back, thoracic spine for the vegetative, sympathetic nervous system to be happy, to be regulated, to be balanced, to not be compromised in its work. And we'll have 4 more. 3, 2, and then hold it here. And then we're just going to do tiny little pulses into the biceps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then release it. Now back to some abs, pushing the right arm forward. We had those bow and arrows before, but now we're going to go into some oblique work. 9 of those. 8, breathe through them. 7, keeping the pelvis stable. 6, stability in the shoulders. 5, rotation into your thoracic spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale here. And then exhale, roll down all the way, just holding on lightly to the band. And then reach the arms all the way up. Now just relax the body into the floor, into the ground for a moment. And then bring the band behind the head. And we just scoot down a little bit. Now we want to find a neutral pelvis, so you're resting on the sacrum, and then bring the legs up into a tabletop and inhale here. On your exhale, now we're thinking chin to chest, neck stability, and inhale. And exhale, chin to chest. We need to work the neck flexors for a healthy cervical spine. Working the abs, of course, in a crunch. So the band really is just here to support the head, to make it an adequate challenge for the neck flexors. You want to look down, activate those neck flexors right away by just using your eyes, chin to chest. And then all the way down the chain, ribs to navel, navel, pubic bone. And then 4 more. 3, 2, and then hold it up here, and then we're going to do the slightest, tiniest twists. So you can think 1 elbow down, other elbow down, 1 elbow, and switch. Tap, tap. We're still working a lot of neck flexors. So now we're twisting more to the side of the neck and other side of the neck through the front. Very precious work for the neck, but also for the obliques, for the abs. Keep pulling them in all the way through. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then release all the way. Well done. And then we're going to turn onto the side. Lying down here. And stacking the hips, stacking the shoulders, and just settle your head in a beautiful line, and then try to activate the abs. And as we do a simple clam, we're feeling the stability in the hips. The pelvis stays right there, and we're only just moving that top leg using exhales And inhale to close. And exhale. And inhale to close. Very simple and basic time for you to check in, to scan through the body and feel the connections. So you want to have your chin, chest. You want to have your ribs, navel, your navel, pubic bone. You want to work glutes. You want to feel the transverse going all the way around, wrapping around from the back to the front, all the way around. Major stabilizer. 4, 3, we're working external rotators here. 2, so important. And 1, and then release. And we're coming up and we're just bending sideways. And we're swiveling our legs around. No frills. Right into the second side. Heels are in line with your spine. And again, stacking shoulders, head aligned, looking straight ahead, and then just opening that top leg. And exhale. And inhale. Scanning through the body again, being very mindful and intentional about this isolated movement, but also including the whole body. We're connecting, we're stabilizing, we're lengthening, we're being present. So up to the fingertips and down to the toes, the whole body is awake and alert. Using your breath, we'll have 4, 3, 2, and then the last one. And then come up and just into a little side bend here. And release it. We're getting rid of the band. And we're going to settle in a cross-legged, or if you prefer to be lying down to take a breath, feel free to find your position or take a pillow underneath your butt. And then we're going to just take the hands to the chest. If you're lying down, you can do little rotations via your legs going side to side. And if you're seated, twist from the upper part of the upper body. So above your navel, we're twisting. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Feel that spine nice and upright. The sit bones pressing down. Your pelvic floor lifting. One more time to either side. And then settle in the middle. And relax your arms down. Close your eyes for just a moment to breathe into your body. Letting go of the tension in the abs. And let the breath flow wherever it wants to flow. Let it be free. Let your mind be free. Let it float wherever it wants to. And just open up to the moment and the experience. Sounds, sensations in the body, emotions, thoughts. And then let the breath bring you back. Open your eyes whenever you're ready. And then take the arms up in a deep inhale. Bring the palms together mindfully, fingertips touching, and then trace your midline. Give yourself some gratitude, some appreciation for the time you spent, the time you invested to be with your body. And I hope you feel really good after this. Stay in the loop, like and subscribe, and be back for the next one to come. Thank you.